Well, hello there. How are you? It is so good to see you. I'm Mary Sue, and I'm so grateful that you're here. Today, we'll be doing your daily tarot reading for August 1st, 2023. And this is actually also the full moon in Aquarius. So it's a beautiful energy today. I hope you have a beautiful day. We're going to take a look first at the overall energy and then go to the tarot for some more details to find advice about any obstacles that you might have on your path today. So let's see what your animal spirit is. Bee spirit, sweet results await. And with this full moon in Aquarius, you know, the Aquarian energy is the water bearer. It's about healing. It's about allowing emotions to come up, to release those, to understand that when we do our own healing, we also help to heal the collective. And I feel like, you know, this is a beautiful energy of understanding that the healing that you have been doing over the last 6 months with this full moon in Aquarius, right? Going back to the beginning of the new moon in Aquarius 6 months ago, is understanding that the healing that you have done during this time is really helping to bring in some of those sweet results that you have been waiting for. So that could be results in a relationship that you've had some difficulty with, a health issue or a financial issue that you've had some difficulty with. Just understanding that the situation that you have been having some, you know, difficulty with is coming to a healing ending, you know, just a very nice healed energy. The results that you have been wanting are coming your way. Yes, and look at this. We have present power underneath, you know, that Leo energy, the energy of having strength, of kind of coming, you know, through something that was difficult, to taking the time to do the healing, of releasing anything, any negative energies or negative thoughts, patterns, behaviors around a certain pattern is helping you to find the results that you are wanting. Beautiful energy. All right, so let's take a look at your present energy for today. You have the loving woman. This is the Empress energy, and then the 10 of Swords. You know, something that maybe that you built, and I'm going to say this is like for, you know, really kind of going back maybe even to that new moon in Aquarius. Understanding that something that you were trying to build, all right, maybe came to an end. There is something that maybe came to an end, but you've stayed in your power as an empress, right? You didn't give up. You just kept going. You know, you didn't succumb to something that was difficult. So for some of you, if this was like a relationship that ended, right, you could have, you know, succumbed and just kind of like stayed in a ball on the bathroom floor, right? And you could have just stayed there for the last 6 months, but you didn't. You got up. You kept on going. You found the power within yourself to persevere, to be resilient, to step into your loving energy. You didn't become bitter or whatever, right? You got up and you stayed in your loving light. And that is why you are seeing these results. For some of you, it could have been a business situation or a career, something that didn't go the way that you wanted it to, could have come to a very difficult ending. But once again, you stayed in your power. You didn't succumb. That's the word that they just keep saying, you know, which I think is kind of funny because, you know, honeycomb, kind of succumbing to that energy. You didn't allow yourself to. You know, and that doesn't mean that you didn't have times where you broke down and were upset about the situation. It doesn't mean that you didn't have days that were difficult to get out of bed or something like that. But at the same time, overall, the last 6 months, you pulled yourself together. You overcame the obstacles because you stayed resilient. Really beautiful energy there. And I can kind of relate because, you know, I've had some difficulties over the last 6 months myself where there were times where I was just like, how have I got myself into this? And, you know, like, how is this going to work out? And there were times where I would sit there and maybe have, you know, a 10-minute pity party for myself or whatever. But then it's like, okay, I got to just stand up. I have to keep going. I have to see this through. This is something that you really wanted to build, something that you wanted to have come into fruition. And now with this full moon in Aquarius, I feel like it really is. You're seeing those results because your obstacle has been that maybe you wanted to run away from this situation. You know, here we have the Courage card, right? This has been something that has really taken a lot of courage, perseverance, resilience on your part. There were times where you may have looked out on the horizon hoping that somebody would come in and save you, right? Save you from almost like, in a way, it's kind of like I got myself a little bit, I was doing some renovations in my house and I got a little bit, it got to a point where I was like, okay, can anybody save me from what I have created here? The mess that I got myself into. And you could have even been like that, right? You got yourself into something or something happened, something occurred, and you may have been looking on the horizon. Can anybody save me from this? But here's the cool thing is that there was nobody to save you, right? And that may have been difficult too. But at the same time, it's kind of like it made you dig deep. It made you go to that little part of you, okay, that maybe you weren't sure it was going to be strong enough or powerful enough, resilient enough in order to get you through all of the obstacles that you were facing. And yet it did. And that is where the celebration is. It may not be exactly the celebration that you thought it would be. Like, when my renovation it's still going, but when it's really truly finished, I keep saying I'm going to have a party and celebrate because it's been so long going. And I feel like that's how you're feeling, but it's really a celebration of yourself. It's not really, for me, it's not about the renovation really being done, okay? That's part of it. But there's a much bigger part of it. It's having the resilience, the perseverance, the determination, right? To continue on this path, even when the obstacles were difficult. Okay, so let's take a look at the outcome here. Your higher self, the Wheel of Fortune. Understanding that this was kind of like on your path. If you're kind of wondering, why did I have to have so many obstacles on this path? Why could this not have been easier? The reason is because it helped you to come better aligned with your higher self. It's helping to bring in the blessings. The Wheel of Fortune is the blessings are flowing towards you because you didn't give up. And that is the really cool thing. And I'm also going to say, you stayed in this loving light the entire time. You didn't, it's not just not giving up. It's kind of like you continue to have a positive energy about it. And once again, it doesn't mean that every single day was like that, right? There are times when, when we're going through difficult times, we can have that pity party for ourselves. We can, vent to our friends about the situation, right? But it's about looking at the big picture of the last 6 months and understanding, no, I did it. I stood in my higher power. I didn't, perhaps, there could have been a shortcut that you could have taken, or you could have, done something a little bit differently that wasn't in alignment with who you truly are, but you stayed the course. You were perseverant. You were resilient. You stayed true to you and what it is that you really wanted. Oh my goodness, what a beautiful energy. And now the blessings are flowing to you. It's so beautiful. Oh my goodness, what a beautiful reading. All right, so let's pull a final card for you for this day. Let's see what we have here. God sustains me. As I turn each day over to God, my worries ease and my resistance softens. In the arms of God's love, I find inner peace, even in challenging times. Today, my faith provides me with great strength. I welcome all that comes my way, knowing that the love of God sustains me. And for some of you, it could have been that power of prayer when you had those dark days, when you weren't sure you were going to be able to continue on this path. You may have, had conversations, with God or with your angels, your spirit guides, just kind of like really embracing the spiritual realm, understanding that you have that guidance that is available to you at all times. And you could have just at some point said, okay, I'll just take one step at a time. I'll take these baby steps and I leave it up to the divine to help bring in the blessings, the results that you have been wanting are coming your way. All right, well, I'm going to leave it there. I hope you have a wonderful day, and I will see you again tomorrow. Much love and light to you. Bye for now.